let's get back to our series on the Universal Hippo. And this is going to be the final video for at least a while in the series. Let's go B3, attack the pawn. And this is going to be another one of those quick and brutally efficient hippo examples. Do we like pieces being on G4, G5, B5, or B4? No, we do not. So what should we do? Get them to go away. Hopefully, if you've been watching the other videos and following along, you are quick to get rid of that piece now. And after takes, let's take with the queen, get development. And on castles, bring our knight to the natural square. A5, well, you want to bother me with A4? I'm going to go A3. So if you go A4, I can just simply get space and keep my pawn structure intact. The opponent went B5. So if you watched the last video, a move should stick out to you here. White to play. Do you see it? Look at the most forcing move, and hopefully you saw that knight hanging. And that's a quick one to start us right off. So now we're going to have another brutal game here as we kick things off with B3. And after D5, well, that makes it easy if he's going to clog the diagonal. So let's go ahead and play G3. And we're going to head straight to our hippo structure. And here, there are a number of different moves that could be considered. Castles, H3, A3. I liked A3 in the situation just to make sure his knights don't get any funny ideas on the queen side over here. Then E5 is played. Now I feel like it's a good time to castle. That move doesn't make much sense with the rest of the structure. Normally, if you're going to have this to fling pawns, this bishop needs to be here with the queen backing it up so we have harmony of attack. Since that is not the case here, we have the ability to attack. So attack, I did straight away, hitting this pawn and the knight. My opponent decided that the knight's not important. We take those for free. And now we're up material. What should we do? Hopefully you said simplify the win, make life easier, trade down pieces. C4 opens up the position, undermines the pawn structure, and gets ready to trade. So after takes, would you like to trade queens with me? No. And you defend your pawn? All right. Simple chess. We'll just threaten to take and trade. Sure. Would you like to trade? My opponent goes, no, I will not trade with you. Space left behind. The knight was doing something. What's the best move for white? What is most forcing? What is most aggressive? Hopefully you saw. Queen takes B7. Now, again, we ask, what is most forcing? What is most aggressive? It'd be very easy to just trade down here, but we have even stronger. Rook A to D1. And there are a few different ways to win here, but I went for, I felt like the most clinical. Remove the guard. Check. Check. And where's this king going? Sacking the rook. Check. Check. Wins the queen and the game. So overall, pretty brutal game. And let's get to our last example that I really like. Save the best for last. We've got B6. And our opponent gets this hybrid setup with B6 and F6. But our setup will stay the same. And do we worry about things that look weird? No, we do not. We do need to choose a plan here, though. And it's one of these. Now, which one? We don't have to worry about knights or bishops coming here, so we could consider c4, f4 straight away. But I really liked e4 here. And when the center gets locked, I want to be able to go knight c4, but they'll play b5 and gain some space. So first, I play a4 to secure the b5 square before dropping my knight on c4. Now the center is locked, and it points like an arrow. Where should we be breaking? We play on the wings when the center is locked. Now I'm looking at utilizing the open g-file to attack the king. My opponent took notes. The center is locked. Where should they be playing? On the wings. I start getting my queen to maneuver over to attack. He goes b5. Like, all right, let's do something about that. Trade the rook. And now as I retreat, I'm making the not so subtle threat of attacking the b pawn. Did my opponent defend it? No. Is it free? Yes. And now knight b4. The rest of the game is wear up material, trade down, and do it the most effective and efficient way possible. Can we take the bishop? Yes. Should we? Yes. Okay, knight takes c2. He's hitting our queen. A lot of people would go, just move the queen. But we do have the option of throwing in knight e6 in between move, hitting the queen and rook. If he takes our queen, we take his. There's things to consider. What's best? Move the queen, move the knight. Keep it simple. Move the queen. Now knight e3 was played, hitting our rook, hitting our bishop. Should we move our rook and allow them to simply take our knight? Should we go for the bonus? Knight e6. Now we're hitting heavies. And on queen e8, we take. We're up a lot of material. There are checks here, but if we check, the king simply goes to h8. Are there captures? Yes. Simplify the win. And after queen d8, are there captures? Yes. Simplify the win, offer to trade. Opponent played a quick move and lost quickly. And I hope you've enjoyed the Hippo series. Smash that like button. Thanks for joining.